All right, so we're going to be foam rolling our upper back, our thoracic spine, using the foam roller. We want to make sure that we don't go too low and we stay away from the lower rib cage. The range of motion should stay around where the shoulder blades are. Whenever you're ready, we'll begin with our arms crossed, making sure that our neck is neutral, our eyes are up to the ceiling, hips are slightly up, and we'll roll back and forth using the foam roller, again, stopping at the lower part of the shoulder blades and then moving to the upper part of our shoulder blades. Anytime you need to slow down, feel free to. We want to make sure that we're not going too fast as to keep everything slow and controlled and to slowly push any fascia out of the muscles. Next up, we have our Sternocleidomastoid finger pressure. The idea with this is we add finger pressure to our upper neck to go to release any tension up there. To get our neck in the proper position, we'll be looking straight forward and rotate our neck to the right or left just 45 degrees. So not fully to the right or left, just about halfway. From there, we'll tilt our head back and we'll grab the top part of our neck where our neck meets into our jawline. From there, we want to apply steady pressure, not too much to where we cut off circulation, but enough to where we can feel the muscles start to break down, the fascia start to break down rather. Good, we'll hold for another 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, and after that, good, again, steady pressure. Good, breathe in. Good, 3, 2, 1. Next up, we'll be applying pressure with the Theracane to our levator scapula. This area is located right by where our trapezius is. At the base of our trapezius, right above where our shoulder blade starts. Good. We'll be placing that Theracane right as you can see in that position with our hands gripped on the top and the bottom of the Theracane. Again, we'll be applying steady pressure to that area and holding for another 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and we'll switch. Good, slightly turning our head, 45 degrees. Again, applying that steady pressure. Good, we'll hold for another 10 more seconds. Good, breathe, 5, 4, 3, 2, and time. Next up, we'll be applying pressure to our upper trapezius using the Theracane. So relative to the last place that we applied pressure, we're going to be moving up just a little bit higher, closer to the neck. Good. And as we apply that pressure, make sure that our ear is slightly tilted away from the Theracane towards that opposite shoulder. We want to make sure that our head is tilted no more than 45 degrees, just a slight tilt as to lengthen out the trapezius on the side that we're releasing. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. We'll switch our sides. Tilt our head again towards that opposite shoulder that we're applying pressure to. Good, right into that upper trapezius. Chances are we'll feel a little knot where that right place is at. Feel free to move the Theracane around just a little bit if we need to find where that knot is and that place of pressure is. 8 seconds. Good, 5 seconds. 3, 2, and time. Next up, we have our sternocleidomastoid stretch. To get in the proper position, we want to rotate our head horizontally and pull slightly back either at 11 o'clock or 1 o'clock. So either slightly to the left or slightly to the right, turning our head and then pulling back. Let's go ahead and begin. We'll feel a stretch right from where our neck, right behind our jawline, right where our neck almost inserts into our skull. We'll feel that stretch all the way down into where our lower trapezius. Good, just breathe, hold, and we'll hold that for another 5 seconds. 3, 2, and we'll switch. Again, we want to go into rotate our head slightly the other direction, and then pull back on the top of the head until we feel that steady stretch. And although we may have never heard of this muscle group before, we can probably feel the good stretch in that area. And again, we achieve it by either turning slightly to the left or slightly to the right and pulling our head back. We'll hold for another 3, another 2, and 1. Next up, our levator scapula stretch. We'll be stretching our upper trapezius. So opposite to the last time, what we'll do is we'll rotate our head again either slightly to the right or slightly to the left, but we'll pull down now so we feel more of that stretch in the back of the neck, our upper trapezius. So let's begin. Pulling slightly down on the top of the head, again with our head slightly turned to the side and our chin going down, we should feel a good stretch in the back of the neck. Good, just breathe, and we'll hold for another 10 seconds. Good, 4, 3, 2, and we'll release. Slightly turn our head the other way, and then pull again on the back of the head as we now feel that stretch on the other side. Good, breathe, relax, we'll hold for another 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and time. Next up, we have chin tucks. Now, to get in the proper position, it can take a second. So we want to set up a chair, maybe a couple feet away from a wall, set a stability ball against the back of our head or something, a pillow, a large pillow, or something that we can indent our head into to apply pressure and strengthen up the back of our head. So what we want to do is extend back for a 4 count, hold for a 2 count, and then bring our head back forward for a 2 count. Extend back for a 4 count, hold for a 2 count, retract back for a 2 count. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, hold 1, 2, back 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, hold 1, 2, back 1, 2. Good. Last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, hold 1, 2, back 1, and 2. Next up, we have our quadruped ball chin tucks. Now we'll be on our hands and knees, making sure our hip is over our knee and our shoulder is over our wrist. We want the crown of our head against our stability ball or a large pillow if we're modifying with that. What we're going to do is we're going to bring our head back, drawing our chin in for 4 seconds, holding for 2 seconds, and then bringing our head back. So let's begin. Good. Drawing our chin back, we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll hold 1, 2, back down 1, 2. Good. Draw our chin back 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 1, 2, back 1, 2. Good. Lift up again. Draw your chin in 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 1, 2, back 1, and 2. Make sure we're not tensing up our neck or our trapezius as we go and we raise our head up. Instead, we are dropping our shoulder blades and bringing our head to a more neutral position as we draw it back. Make sure that we're applying steady pressure, but not too much to where we feel any compression in our neck. Good. Again, draw your head back. Get that 2-second hold, 2 seconds on the way back. Lift for 4, hold for 2, back down for 2, and time. Next up, we have our floor prone scaption, otherwise known as a Superman, Superwoman exercise. We want to make sure that we're flat on our stomach with our arms extended out and our feet extended out. Our thumbs should be up towards the ceiling as we raise our arms and our legs for a 4 count, holding again for a 2 count, and then lowering back down for a 2 count. Make sure that our head stays to the ground, looking to the ground rather, so that way our neck is neutral. Again, we raise 1, 2, 3, 4, hold 1, 2, drop 1, 2. Good. Again, 4 seconds with our lift, 2 seconds with our hold, 2 seconds as we drop down. Make sure everything is slow and controlled, and we work on lengthening our spine versus compressing our lower back. While we are engaging our mid-back and our lower back as we come up, again, we want to keep any compression out of the spine. Good. Again, our head stays looking to the ground, so our neck is neutral. Feel free to place a towel under our face if we need to, or some sort of padding. Again, 4 seconds on our lift, 2 seconds with our hold, and 2 on the way down. 1, 2, 3, 4. We hold 1, 2, down 1, and 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 1, 2, down 1, 2. Our last one. Good. And our time. Next, we have our ball combo with Scaption. Our area of focus is our cervical spine. We'll be retracting our shoulder blades as we raise our arms up perpendicular to the body. We want to make sure that our stomach is comfortably on the stability ball and our feet are nice and wide. If we're unable to use the stability ball, we can always place our chest against an incline bench. As we raise our arms up, make sure that we're not lowering our arms or raising them too high. We want our arms perpendicular to the body, directly out to the side. As we lift, we want to go and lift in a slow and controlled manner, holding it for about 2 seconds at the top of the motion, and then retracting the dumbbells back down. The dumbbells should come down at a slight angle in front of us. Good, and as we open up, we squeeze our shoulder blades, we hold for our 2-second mark. And as we get used to the motion, we want to try to raise our arms up a little bit wider, creating space in our lower shoulder complex, engaging the back of our shoulder blades as we come up. If the pressure on our stomach is too much, we can always take a break, we can always reset, or modify simply standing up in a slightly bent over position. Good, 8 seconds, staying slow and controlled. Feel free to lose the weight if we need to. Make sure we are operating with this light weight. Next up, we have our ball combo, lifting our arms into a Y position. We'll be working our cervical spine here, and making sure that our motion is slow and controlled. We also want to make sure that we're working with a very, very light weight. Feel free to modify without any weight. Good. Starting with our stomach on the stability ball or an incline bench, we'll begin lifting our arms up into a Y position. Everything should be slow and controlled to make sure that as we raise, we can get a good engagement and squeeze of our shoulder blades at the top of the motion for a beat or 2. As we lower down, we make sure everything is, again, slow and controlled, bringing the ends of the dumbbells together. In other words, our pinkies together. As we raise up, we want to bring our thumbs towards the ceiling into that Y position, retracting our shoulder blades at the top of the motion. If that pressure, again, is too much on our stomach, we can always take a break, lose the weight, or modify in a bent over position. Good. As we raise, again, we hold 1, 2, and we release down. Good. Keeping our spine long, making sure that our chest does not drop, keeping our posture in mind as we raise our arms up. Also make sure as we raise our arms up, we drop our shoulder blades to make sure we do not tense up the neck. Good. 5 seconds. Last one. 3, 2, and time.